Hey everybody, Geekling Girl here, and welcome back to my channel. So a little while ago, I did a art challenge where I was only allowed to use 3 colors. And that was super fun and made me kind of have to think about things a little bit differently. And I thought, why not take it to the next level and try out the 1 color challenge. So I'm going to be relying a lot on layer modes here, so hopefully those can help me out. I'm on this website here, so I have it set to 1 color, so I'm going to reset. I'm gonna rerun the color, and whatever I get is what I get. Okay, so I have got maroon, which is dark red. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. So first I just started out by making some blocks of the color and seeing when it is layered on top of itself with the different blending modes to see what other colors I could make with that, because I only have 1 color here, so I have to make the most of it. And I did use blending modes quite a bit and lowering the opacity and stuff, which I don't really know if that's cheating or not, but it's all made of like 1 color, so I don't think it's cheating, but it's the only way I could get anything that looked remotely okay. But yeah, so I wanted to make a drawing that was inspired by the color that I got, and so when I got the red I was a little bit nervous because I hadn't really thought about if I had gotten red when I was thinking about doing this challenge. Like, I didn't like contemplate what would happen if I got red. I was like thinking I might get like a blue or a green, but that didn't happen. I got a red. So I thought a little bit about like what I think about when I see the color red, and it's a very like powerful color. So I thought of, you know, like a powerful like warrior guy. And I've been reading the webcomic Sub-Zero a lot on Webtoon. It's really good, but it also has a lot of like Chinese, like it's kind of got a bit of like a Chinese theme to it with lots of like the dragons and stuff, and so I was kind of inspired by that when I was making this. So yeah. I did look at I looked at a reference for this pose, because I didn't really know how to execute what I wanted, and I just found a pose that I liked on Pinterest, and I just tried to use that as a reference. Yeah, because I wanted to do kind of a bit of perspective and stuff, and I was having a bit of a hard time with that. So yeah. Yeah, so we're going to skip the line art once I get to that, just because, just for the sake of time, and I wanted to focus more on the coloring since that is the main focus of this video. But the line art actually went really well. I was able to do it like fairly quickly, which I was pretty happy with. And it turned out pretty clean, so I'm good with that. So we're starting to do the base colors here. So I am only using the red color to make the colors, but then I'm just using the blending modes with it on top of itself to make darker hues, and I'm also changing the opacity a little bit on some of them just so I can get a wider variety, but it is all made with that color. Anytime you see me switch the color to a different one is just me, like with the hair here, where I changed to the lighter color. That's just because I was too lazy to like actually keep everything in its like respective place. And so when I lowered the opacity, you could still see it underneath. But that was just me being lazy and not wanting to stay in the lines, so but it would have turned out exactly the same if I had actually like been good about it. So I'm still saying I did it. So we started with the shading. This was such a fun picture to shade, because red is actually my favorite color to shade. It's just, like, a lot of people don't like shading red because it's a little bit difficult to not make it look too brown, but not make it look too, like, orange either. But I have a really fun time shading reds. It's just a really deep color, and you can get some really cool shadows and stuff with it. So, and highlights, like the shading on his skin, like that was really fun. So for all of the shading, I exclusively used the red color that it had picked, and then just changed the layer modes. So it was a little bit harder on the lighter parts to get highlights because I started out with such a dark color. Since the color that it picked for me is pretty dark, it's pretty difficult to get, like, brighter highlights. But in the end, I feel like it turned out pretty good. But yeah, I was really surprised with how I was able to get this to turn out. I was kind of scared to do this challenge, just because I wasn't sure how I'd be able to do everything with just one color, but once I got into it, it was super fun. And I definitely want to do it again sometime because it was, like, a good challenge, and just, like, learning how to separate, like, my hues and everything, and, like, make everything look like what it's supposed to without having to worry about it. But yeah, we're getting to the end here. I'm just working on the background, simple background, and still made with just the red. So yeah, adding some glowing to the sword because I thought that would be cool. So yeah, these are the results of my attempt at the one color challenge. You could say, like, I don't know if I was cheating or not. I don't consider it cheating because I didn't technically use any other colors to make the ones I got. But yeah, I hope you have all enjoyed, and I had a really fun time making this drawing, and I am super happy with how it turned out. So yeah, if you like what you see, maybe you could stick around a little while and subscribe to the channel, and make sure to leave a like on this video and a comment down below. All my social media links are in the description below, plus some other fun info. And that is it from me. Until next time, bye!